club. Not giving away the 21 club, but we'll look at it. We'll look at it. What up, Trills? What up, AG? You know what else we're not giving away? We're also not giving away my crab. Kelsey won't let me have any more pets, so I got a crab. Can't give away the crab. I'm trying to decide if I want a crab bundle or if I need some octopus. Some little squid, some little tentacles, some little 8 arms of happiness. I don't know yet. I don't know. The octopi. I know, that's just it, AG. The experience boxes are in there. The experience boxes are there. I can't do whale. I don't know about the whale. I'm like a guppy. I'm a guppy. We're almost at 69,420 though. We almost up there. I just want you guys to understand the freshness that is this pack or this box of all the cards we're going to be giving away tonight from Series 3. It's fresh. It's minty fresh. We have no idea what's in here, but they're all going to be free. Let's go ahead and start with one. Let's go ahead. Let's give one pack away. Let's go. We're doing these one at a time. One at a time. We're savoring it. S4 is coming out very, very soon with pre-orders going live this week, next week. I'm bad at math. This week, the 15th, I think. Yup. So let's get one pack. Let's get a pack out of here. What say you? What say you, team? How we doing, gang? How we doing? How's everybody tonight? Unsubscribe. I have not had a POW in my hand. I have not had one yet. No POW action for me, dude. No POW action for me. We're just doing a little pack out of here, one at a time. And I'm going to put on gloves because I got a boo-boo. I hurt myself. Jonas, what up? Look, I hurt myself, you guys. This would be enough for workman's comp if I was employed. So, owie. I'm hurt. Gang. Someone put on gloves. Walt, I chewed my nails too hard, brother. I put them in my mouth. That's literally what happened. I put them in my mouth. Oh, my God. I'm like a Wolverine sometimes. Oh, my goodness. 69,420. That's the quest right now. Whew. How's everybody's week been? I'm not going to let this go all the way. I'm not going to let it go all the way. We're pulling it. I want to rip something. Yeah, we're ripping them too. You guys don't get these packs. You get them for free. I get the joy of ripping them. AG is the first one? Are you kidding me, bro? Oh my gosh. That's literally the most rigged thing I've ever seen in my life. Okay. That's how we're starting off this journey. Good to know. Maybe a good omen. How should we do this? Should we let you pick? There's 12 packs on each side. You know that. How you want to go down, left, right, down? What's the proper etiquette here? 7 on the right. Okay. You're lucky I can count that high. Got to tell Aladdin if he goes much bigger than 12 packs, I might be out. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 right here. I should put these back in here like this. That's probably the proper way. Who knows? You guys know me. I'm a baboon. I'm a literal baboon. Okay. If you have any complaints, you can probably message them to me and whatnot, but I'm not going to read them for 2 to 3 weeks, and they're going to be irrelevant then. All right, let me make sure I'm ready. Let me make sure I'm ready. Make sure my workstation is clear. It's the best strategy. I am so good at customer service, Llama. Been doing it my whole life. My whole life. Busy Dad, that right there, that's genius. Busy Dad, you're hired. COO, Chief Operating Officer, because you're making this work. COO for Busy Dad. All right, this is AG, the wizard. We have the Busy Dad method. AGV. I think this is mysterious. AGV. AGV what? You know, it's kind of like fill in the blank. I guess. All right. Let's peep it. The new packaging. Have we seen pictures of the new packaging? There was like so many like drops from Aladdin today. I texted him a little bit, and I don't know what I can show. You know what I mean? 4 different wrappers. That's right. I don't know if I saw 4. All right, we're ripping. I'm over here talking. I should probably run another one of these while I'm ripping too. So get in there, another giveaway. You can. I do have stuff in the shop for buy it now if you want. It just helps me with shipping. If not, it's all good. We just vibing tonight. I'm not running or ripping anything else though. It's just these. Uh-oh, we got a shiny back here. Let's go. There he is. There's the man himself. When do you want to make an appearance? The first pack I ran, Aladdin, guess who won it? Literally AG. Okay, we're going. We got some hope in there. Nelson Mandela. Nellium. Big Pharma. Big Pharma. Tyranny. Absolute tyranny. Oh, there's our octopi. There's our octopi buddy we were talking about. I don't know. Look at all that gold, dude. Look at all that gold, gang. It is a Kraken. All those tentacles. Monocle. Never trust a Kraken with a monocle. All right. We're going. The papier. Million mark. The Squidster card. Yep. I do like the rainbow foils on these, especially like on the borders on the letters, how it pops. Very nicely done. I cannot wait to get these cards in my hand. Look at that. That's my friend. A chocobo. My man just vibing out there. Economic Hitman. That's basically Walmart right now. Every time I go to Walmart and I spend like $200, I'm like, God dang, Walmart trying to assassinate me. World Economic Fund. Bitstream Brandon, listen, made possible by you guys for you guys. The Having ultra rare. Look at that, dude. Just slicing that PC right down the middle. You know what's missing on here, though? Missed opportunity, Aladdin. We need a Geek Squad sticker. 117 out of 500. 117 out of 500. Sheesh. All right. My goodness. Well done, AG. All for you. I feel honored to start this off with AG. You're thinking an RTX sticker? Yeah. Dolby Digital. This audio is brought to you by Dolby Digital. Sorry. All right, here we go. Here we go. Still haven't made it to 69,420, but we're pulling another one. We're pulling another one. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Cobra Kai Dojo. If you're looking for a new martial arts instructor, let me pimp Cobra Kai Dojo. He's got me into shape. Cobra Kai. Give him away. I'll do that, AG. Thank you, sir. AG said he's giving away his base cards to somebody. Cobra Kai, you in here? You in here? You slithering around? All right. Cobra Kai, you've got 11 packs on the right. You've got 12 packs on the left. Which one you want? Which one you want? Left 3. 1, 2, 3. That's a person of experience and culture right there. Let's get another one going while we're waiting. Would you guys like to learn a little bit more about these cards? Is a 1 base sailor available to talk to the people about S4 coming up? Let's see. What up? Cobra Kai. These are Bitcoin trading cards from Base Trading Cards, BTCTC. Boom. We're going to see what's in the mix here. You saw that hit on the back, though. I am asking you out. Are you available at 6:15? Was that 4:15 your time? Listen, or we could keep jamming to Taylor Swift, baby. I'm here for it. We got some Bob Marley, some Anti-Hero. Am I buying dinner? If you like corn dogs, I got some corn dogs. The simplest Bitcoin book ever written. Listen, I only pick the best of gas stations to dine at. Only the best. Dino Nuggies, baby, all the way. All the way. Ooh, the Bitcoin be your own bank. Look at that little piggy. Look at that little piece of bacon. Look at that little piece of bacon. All right. Scammers? No scammers. We don't like scammers. Oh my God, that hat says FTX. I thought it said Fitty. I seriously thought that hat said Fitty, but it says FTX. Yo, DJ Neuro, screenshot that and put it on my face. Put my face on there, DJ. That looks like me. That looks like me. Congratulations, Cobra Kai. You're literally taking home a Polaroid of me. Toonster.io. Look, dude, there's our ostrich just vibing. Ostrich vibing. Julian Oats, just like Hall & Oates, baby. There is Bitcoin. Aladdin artist on there, along with Ginjos. And here is your rare. The Reich banknote. That is number 312 out of 1,000. 312. The papier mark was the currency in use during a chaotic period of hyperinflation in Germany, which was struggling to pay its war debts after World War I. Taylor Swift would not be happy to know that. Taylor Swift would be very upset. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, the amount of information on these cards is top tier. Absolute top tier. All right. I'm putting the man on the spot. I don't know if he's there. I'm calling him. If he answers, he answers. If he ignores me, I don't know. My feelings will be hurt. I'll probably cry a little bit. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? He can't hide from me. He can't hide from me. I see you. I see you. I see you. Confirm. Let's see if we can get him in here. We're calling him. Pulling the giveaway. Draw winner. These are Card Preserver Ultra Pro. Oh my gosh, there
What's
he
up, buddy?
is. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. Looking for those lucky hands, man. That last box you did was pretty incredible.
Yeah, we're trying to make it happen. We're trying to make it happen. If you guys don't know who this AG won again, I quit. I quit. AG just won another giveaway.
All right, any
Show's
reason
over.
you.
All right, AG, count it out real quick. Aladdin, welcome. Those of you that
Thank
don't
you, buddy.
know, the man himself, the creator of base trading cards. Welcome.
Wear it up here. Hey, thank you.
Yeah, dude. I know that this was last minute sprung on you, but you've got a lot of stuff coming up, including the S4 release or pre-order on the 15th, man. Like, how has that been going? What have you been working on?
Oh man, I went overboard,
Yeah.
to say the least. Um, I study the hobby literally every day, and we are in the biggest bull market in the history of the hobby, just breaking records. I talked to some pretty big people in the space, and we weren't supposed to hit $100 billion market cap in trading cards until the end of 2027, 28 potentially, and we broke it last year, right at the end of the year. So keeping up with how fast everything is moving is a lot of work all on its own. And I know moving into 2026, I mean, this is Pokemon's 30th anniversary. There's a lot going on this year. So, in order for us to come out with Series 4 and really throw something that has never been done before, I started with a couple hobby firsts and then threw in a couple more and threw in a couple more. So, Series 4 is definitely going to be unlike anything that has ever been produced in the history of trading cards before.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy about the hobby, right? Because I was even reading on just about eBay sales and their singles. Crossed $1.8 billion and just single cards. The bulk of that obviously being sports, but over $800 million were entertainment cards and
Yep.
non-sports cards. Right. I think
Yep.
that's the bigger story. I think people are really kind of sleeping on that piece of it.
Oh, TCG is coming up really fast and really hard on the sports market. I mean, One Piece is ripping like crazy right now. Um, Lots of people talking about how that's the next Pokemon. Um, I'll believe it when I see it, but it definitely has its hype right now. Um, yeah, man, it's moving in an incredible way. I do know that even new trading card companies that are trying to pop off are having a really hard time even getting to printers. Almost no printers are taking on any new projects because they are slammed with even just the top 5 or 6 companies are literally keeping them so busy. They're having a hard time printing for any of the indie printers or indie brands.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a big piece of it, right? Because there seems to be this big expansion, this proliferation of card companies. And so everybody has, their tinfoil hats on. Everybody's all about the speculation, right? What's it been like working with your partners? Because you keep talking about you're working on big, big stuff. I mean, can you share any of it?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to production, I think that's the number one thing for any trading card company out there. Uh, you're creating art. You can any trading card company, brand, whatever you want to call them, can come out and produce the most amazing cards ever. But at the end of the day, if your printer screws the pooch, for lack of better words, everything goes down the drain. So I can do everything on my end to the T, quality control all the way through, but it's up to the printer to pull off the grail, right? It's all in their hands after you pass it over. And I am blessed to have met and been able to work my way up the ladder with the number one trading card producer, in my opinion, um, in the world. And their quality control is unprecedented. I mean, you're ripping these packs right now. The collation on these, it's a difficult collation. Every one of those cards are numbered. They may not be serialized in the back, but every one of them is numbered. and all the way down to a case. So there's 4 boxes in a case, and the 21 clubs, if you break it out over I think there's 109 cases in total. There should be 121 club card in every single case except for 5. That's or 4 or 5. That's incredible for them to be able to pull it off. And so far, everything we've seen, they have been completely spot on, precise to the end. These cards are grading magically. I mean, I've had talks with PSA. They're loving our cards because it's simple for them. They have the hit lists of everything we've done. The being totally transparent makes it easier for my printer, easier for all the grading companies, everything we're doing. So definitely making some really big waves and picking up some incredible advisors on this project because of the transparency and really the attention to detail that we're putting into this. There's around 1,000 new trading card brands that pop up each year, and that could be a handful of companies that are producing new IP basically. So they come up with 5 or 6 new sets, whatever
Hmm.
that IP might be, under one name. But very few of them are taking the time to really dial it in. Most of them, it's a money grab because we are in a massive bull market. So similar to altcoins and cryptocurrency, if you got the printer connections and you got the money, you go up, you buy some IP from a random company, whether it's Ninja Turtles or He-Man or whatever it might be. You know, there's a lot of fans out there. You slap the artwork on some trading cards, you pump it out, and you know you're going to get a lot of sales because the industry is pumping so hard right now. But the quality control, we've seen that be very hit and miss. And I think this is where I'm able to really put together some incredible people behind what we're doing because we put that quality control before anything else. And the transparency is just a major hit with everyone that I've been discussing up the ladder and what we're trying to do come up this year.
Yeah, and I think like that's the transparency is obviously the big piece of it. And one thing that's always nice about your packaging, right, from the boxes to the packs, your odds. It tells you exactly how many of each card is printed, right? Um, you have some new stuff coming out with the cards, right? I mean, you have a version of a redemption coming out, right? A little bit.
A
You
couple,
have
yeah.
a couple of different ones. How have you looked at S4 to like expand? What's your big goal with S4?
So a lot of it, honestly, Dooley, it comes down to proving that the art is what most people are chasing. At the end of the day, obviously, you want to rip wax, you want to have fun. That's the biggest part of it. But at the end of the day, what makes 1 out of 500, 1 out of 5, or whatever it might be, more valuable than another one that is out of the same rarity? It's the artwork. So with Series 4, I went as far as I could possibly go to work with some of the most amazing artists in the space, from getting DC comic artists, Marvel comic artists. One of my favorites was I got a couple Magic the Gathering artists to jump over and do a couple cards. So the artwork, a lot of it was done by hand. So bringing that into the redemption side, we created something which is a first of its kind in the hobby. We call it the one of one COA redemption. So it's a one of one card of the artwork, and on the back is the certificate of authenticity to that art. And if you pull that card, there's a redemption code at the bottom, and you basically go on the website, knock in that redemption code, and you actually get the original hand painted artwork that we used for that card.
That is insane. And how many of those would you say are inserted into the series then? Is it one for every card or do you
So
just
there's
handpick a
5 in
few?
Series 4.
Okay.
I just handpicked a few. There's 5 in Series 4.
Perfect. That is insane. That is like absolutely insane, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't been done before because, like I said, I mean, at the end of the day, we're collecting art. And that's really what drew me to trading cards the most. I have so many artists that I love. And as you can see behind me, maybe a little bit,
Hmm.
um, I love collecting art. I've got it all around me everywhere. Um, but there's only so much room on the walls, and the wife will only allow you to put so much throughout the house. So the office is like, that's my corner. But I only have so much room on the walls. So trading cards are great because I can collect the artwork that I love, and I can stack it all in one nice little case. I can bring it with me to events, hanging out with the kids, whatever it might be, and I can show off the art without having to carry either a big portfolio binder with me or actually taking framed art off the wall. It makes it really difficult. So I love trading cards for that fact. You get to carry your art with you. You can have hundreds of pieces of original art and shove it in your safe, and you got room to collect.
Yeah, I was looking for a binder that's slightly out of reach, but the one thing that I do, this is, I don't know if really anybody knows this, but I buy a ton of just art cards, right? Just random artists that make them and post them up on eBay and stuff like that. And I have just binders full of them from all over the world, just because, exactly, right? You get to have cards are the only way you get to have a museum that you can carry with you.
Yep.
You know, you can have an entire art gallery with you and display it, show it, get other people excited with it, give it to other people. You know, it's just super,
Yep.
super unique. All right, Cobra and AG are in timeout. They're out here winning everything. Well done, fellas. Well done. All right, we've got another one getting pulled here real quick. So walk me through a little bit with kind of the design. Should we what new from S4 should we expect? And what are some of the same similarities from like S3 or consistencies you're taking?
So we did the same thing with the parallels. So what you're finding in there, the purple parallel, orange, silver, and gold, we did the same thing, but we stepped it up dramatically. So as you can see, you got foil parallels in there, and they're all
Hmm.
numbered, so you know exactly what rarity you have in each of those cards. But in Series 4, we went extreme on all of the intricacies of what a printer can do, all the way down to these parallels. So the front of the cards have hot foil stamping, which normally you would never find that on a basic parallel in any set. And then on the back of the cards, there's a lot of secrets. Even on the front, you're going to have to pull out your black light. You're going to have to pull out a UV light on these cards. You're going to have to take it out in the sunlight and find all the hidden messaging. And this is all the way down to the parallel cards. So most packs you're ripping, and you're ripping through the cards as fast as you can, and you're going for that one hit. In Series 4, I would be very delicate with every card. I mean, even in Series 3, as you're holding right there, those are base parallels, no foil, but each one is out of 1,000. So if you put together a full set of the base parallels, there's only 1,000 of those that will ever exist. And we know hundreds of these packs are in random places. So how many full sets of even a base parallel will ever be able to be put together? My guess is maybe 500. So if there's only 500 full sets, it just comes down to supply and demand. And this is what I'm hoping we can not so much shed light on, because I would love for these companies to choose to, I will say it, do the right thing without anyone having to shed the light on them. But at the end of the day, what we're doing, we're collecting, and the big push that I'm trying to get out with everything I'm doing is education, as you can see with these cards. And it started out really with a lot of Bitcoin education. And while there's more Bitcoin cards in Series 4 than we've ever done before, we're really pushing in a different, more of a Trojan horse way of educating, where it's just breaking down the basics of, is it a toy? Is it a collectible, or is it an asset? And if there is no transparent supply numbers for what you are collecting, I wouldn't call it an asset necessarily, and I would probably tier it more towards a toy. Toys are produced to have fun, enjoy, and collect for sure, but if it gets ruined, it's not the end of the day. It was made to play with. A collectible, there should be a transparent supply of those. That would be in the hobby, your traditional anyone that comes out with an actual transparency on the parallels, which is very rare, or a serialized card. Now, now you're talking about a collectible. And then when you get into an asset is definitely a serialized card, but they need to be transparent about how many of those serialized cards they produce. So, for example, your favorite athlete, you pulled a one of one. That's massive, but how many of those one of ones were produced of that same athlete that year? as well as the next year and the next year. How many of those exist? And yes, I would call it a one of one an asset for sure. But again, if we don't have transparency with the supply, I know you, Dooley, and I know you collect artwork. It all comes down to knowing if you don't have a signed edition from that artist, you're collecting a poster at the end of the day. And that's awesome. Collect posters. I think that's amazing, but understand it's a poster. These are the things that we're hoping to try to teach with what we're doing while producing the best quality we possibly can so that we can represent the difference so that collectors can go out there and enjoy the hobby, but enjoy it with the education.
And Fat Baby, let me know what side you want, left or right, and how many far down. And I think that I think is where the industry is trying to figure out how much is too much, right? You look at even the Tops Now series, which is always, a single card series, but even their website tells you, well, the hits get added based on how many of them you make us produce and buy and pre-order, right? So literally your experience is just driven by how much money you're willing to give them. Like you can't unlock the whole series, even though they already have that whole series made, thought of, designed, you don't get to unlock it yet. And the difference here, and that's the part about a thousand card print on these bases and parallels, right? I'll be honest with you, the criticism I hear of base is like, well, the numbers are too high. But what people are misunderstanding is you're seeing a number of the total print, not just the print that they wanted to do on that card, right? That is the total print in existence. There will never be more than 210, 1,000, 400. There's never going to be more than that. Um, what do you think is the difference in value though in terms of getting these out to people, right? You mentioned that there's more Bitcoin cards in S4 than any other series. Why all Bitcoin instead of going more crypto broad to try to capture more of an audience?
It really comes down to the education. I've been in Bitcoin for a very long time, and I fell down the altcoin rabbit hole in the beginning, trying to figure it all out. I've seen almost every single person I know. Very few people come into Bitcoin and they're Bitcoin only and never dabble. I have no problem with anyone dabbling. Free market. I am 100% a free market person, but the problem is the lack of education. So if you want to go down the call it investment, I would call it more gambling rabbit hole of altcoins. That's fine, but you should at least know the basics of how that works. Otherwise, you're thinking you're investing while you're gambling. So, our ultimate goal is not to hurt any other brand. We want every brand to succeed. Me personally, and everything I'm trying to do with the brand is to be a steward of the hobby and help the hobby flourish as much as possible. We are such a small, finite supply. We're going for more of that Lamborghini of the hobby so that you know what supply and demand is. And I think this is one that I've definitely seen more than anything. Going to all these different trading card shows, I ask these Pokemon collectors with $100,000 worth of Pokemon at their table. Um, I play dumb, but I ask them how many of these exist of whatever card it might be, and obviously they have no idea because it's never been transparent unless it's serialized. But the main question I ask them is, how many packs have these guys produced? Or how many packs do they produce a year? And honestly, man, it's crazy. I get 99% of people are, I think Pokemon prints around anywhere from a couple 100,000 packs a year to a few million packs a year. Once in a while, you get someone that's like 500 million, very, very seldomly. But I know for a fact, I've studied the hobby well enough. I've talked to enough people throughout the hobby that work directly in the hobby with some of the bigger brands. They're producing billions of packs. And it's really sad for me to see collectors with $100,000 worth of trading cards on their table, and they don't understand that their job relies around this brand, Pokemon, and they're thinking that Pokemon prints a couple million packs a year when really it's close to 1,000x what they think they're printing, that's dangerous. So again, I love Pokemon. I love trading cards. I'm not trying to stop anything from happening. I just want the collectors, if possible, to learn the basics so they can make an educated decision. And that brings me back to why I don't have altcoins or other things in my packs.
Hmm.
I think it's more important to have one brand out there that is willing to stand on the trust and transparency of it's this is not about how much money can we make, how big can this go. It's how true and honest can we be as a company, and let's see where that takes us. Because again, not to put shade on any other companies out there, but it's hard to find other companies that are being 100% transparent. I'll give a shout out to Life. I know DJ's been breaking Life. I'm trying to connect with the founder of Life. Amazing company, amazing product, and they're 100% transparent. So there are other companies that are doing it, and just like any industry, there will be ups and downs, ebbs and flows. And when another downturn happens, like some point, trading card industry is going to hurt for a little while. It'll come back, but it'll have that same flow. And when it does, the transparent companies that did things the right way when everyone else was money grabbing, those will be the companies that stand the test of time and make it through the bear market and end up still around when the bull market picks back up, just like Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is a little bit personal of a question, right? But what you're trying to do is honestly very disruptive to what the traditional space is, right? Like completely against the grain of what trading cards have been even back to the beginnings of time, right? Has that
Yep.
provided you hurdles or opportunity? Has it been harder,
Both.
or have you gotten both? Yeah.
It's both. I mean, at the end of the day, we changed our name to Base Trading Cards so that we could get to the next stage, the next evolution of what we're doing with Satoshi's Heroes and everything we're building. But at the end of the day, we are the Bitcoin of trading cards. And Bitcoin took many years before um, people were able to catch on. So with what we're doing, there's many hurdles, but just like Bitcoin, I believe we will stand the test of time, and we'll be able to battle it out the same way Bitcoin has been battling it out for what 16 years now, 17 years.
Do you see like more like spin-offs of cards like outside of, the Bitcoin theme for based, or you staying pretty tried and true?
So what you're pulling there is Bitcoin trading cards, orange pill in a pack. That will always remain. 21,000 packs once a year. We'll continue to push the envelope in it. Call it the Lamborghini of trading cards. I mean, there's only 875 boxes. That's the full set for an entire year. And any of the artwork you find in there, it's a one and done. And a lot of the cards, especially the POWs, you pulling out of 50, there's 50. There might be a one of one parallel, but that's literally it. You're not worried about having to chase the whole rainbow of it, which is fun. And I love that. So we have the parallels and we play on that because it's one of the parts of the hobby I do love. But there are still art cards in the set that are literally a one and done. A lot of the 21 clubs, you pull a 21 club, it's a special card. There's 21 of those that will ever exist. And there may be a one of one parallel, but that's it. So that card right there, there's 21 of those and there's a one of one parallel, and that's it for all of time for that card.
I am the greatest. I am the best. Well, and I think that's what's really cool about that though too is you kind of create the chase within the cards themselves by limiting it, right? I mean, the one thing in other series, especially something like Pokemon, it never ends. It literally never ends. It's always strung together on a constant demand, right? Banjo, where do you want to go? And then you run into if it's in too much of demand, guess what you get? Reprint. You're never reprinting any of this
Yeah,
ever, right?
exactly.
So,
Ever.
all right. So let's shift gears. Let's talk S4 because I know you don't want to stay on here forever. I want to be respectful of your time. You have stared at S4 for a very long time, working with the artists, all the files, all the promotions, everything. When you open up your laptop and click on something, what still makes you go, oh, damn, that's nice?
What you're holding right there in your hand.
Yeah.
It's for me. I mean, as an artist myself, it's a love-hate situation because I love being able to take a piece of art from start to finish, but I'm producing around 90 to 120 original pieces of art for every set, and there's just no way I'm not that badass to be able to complete original art at that scale. But I do get to hand sketch the concept of each of these, and each one is like my baby. So I get to sit down and really come up with a concept that speaks to me, and then I have an amazing portfolio of artists that I get to reach out to, and I have like literally I've got multiple monitors. So on my monitors, I have all of their different art styles laid out. A lot of them I just have baked in my brain. So I know, like that one, there's Nico. And I know every time there's another Nico. I know his art style deep in my soul. So when I'm sketching something, I'm like, this is a Nico all the way. And that's the beauty of it. I get to literally come up with the concept and then go back and forth with artists that admittedly are way better than me. I mean, I give myself props that I'm good at coming up with concepts, but these artists blow me out the water when it comes to their artistic talents. And it's amazing to get to go back and forth with all these artists and come together and bring these things to life. It's a dream come true.
That's really neat. This is a 117 out of 500.
So
That
you know,
is super nice on that proof of work. Panta, congratulations.
and he is a baller OG artist from all the way back in the day. I think back in 2016 when I came in, he was one of the first artists that I recognized, and I mean, just incredible.
Yeah. And how many artists did you say you had for Series 4?
Series 4, I think we had 26 artists.
Incredible. And I mean, I have the other thing that I noticed today too, and there's a Telegram group. I don't know if the gang in here wants to share the Telegram group out to people, but you shared already for Series 4 the checklist even, right? We already have that before pre-orders come out. I've seen some cards we're waiting for checklists and we don't get it till months after the release, right? Why are you even doing that? Like, it just seems like you were putting so much work into it. Does the transparency begin like even just with your thoughts on how you're going to roll this out to people, like what little breadcrumbs you're going to leak and how that impacts the group?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're in the Telegram, I got to give so much of what I've created over the past 4 years to my community. I throw out all kinds of ideas, and I ask them for ideas. And I mean, a lot of the cards that I've come up with were cards that were suggested by the community. World of Rusty, he's in the chat. Like he is probably one of my top artists of all time. First artist to ever give me a chance and jump in on Series 4. He is the OG artist of Bitcoin trading cards, and he's helped me take this to a whole nother level. So if I wasn't transparent with the community and the artists, I would never be able to pull off the level of quality that I'm able to pull off. Because at the end of the day, I'm one person. And being able to pick the brain, I mean, I've jumped on the phone with you and many people out of the currency cards community and all kinds of people out of my community. I think I've chatted with 60% of my community, either on the phone or in person. We get a Airbnb when we go and do the conference, and I've had upwards of like 24 community members staying at the Airbnb, just hanging out, have a couple beers, figure out how to barbecue for everybody, have massive dinners together, and like it's a community thing. And this is how we will come up with the greatest project because I don't have the ego of thinking that I know better. I know for a fact if I lean on my community and I am able to pick the brain of collectors, Bitcoiners, based individuals, like, dude, it's my brain times hundreds. So, of course, I do everything I can to reach out to the community and get all their feedback as much as possible.
Yeah. And that's and I will definitely say I know you and I could talk for hours because we have talked for hours on the phone and about all things cards in the industry. And I appreciate you giving me the, kind of the look see on the work and everything that you've been through because it's helped me understand it too on my side of the fence. I talked to Ira Friedman, who's the creator of Craniacs, and so much of what we do as breakers and streamers, and Bitcoin Jesus knows this, AG knows this, the people from the currency side that I've seen in here, like Llama and DJ and others, we are representing your brand. And it sounds kind of, hierarchy, but we're also representing kind of your life passion and your life story when we work with these smaller
Yeah,
companies and stuff that are growing, right? So it's nice to know that you're willing to stay connected with us and the people that are going through this journey with you too and letting them be a part of it, not just a part of it, but actually in it, right? It's now their experience and not just your experience. I think that's super cool. So
absolutely.
well, Aladdin, I don't want to keep you any longer. Do you anything else that you want to mention or talk about S4 before you hop off?
Yeah, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's call it a Dodge Challenger in the room.
All right, let's talk about it. I wasn't going to slip it up, so you talk. I'll listen.
The big redemption. So, being based trading cards and moving the name to that, I mean, I did a lot of brainstorming on like what can I do in Series 4 to make the biggest splash possible. And again, we're not a massive company at all. I work with amazing artists. We've got an incredible team, but I mean, I'm an 18-hour a day, 5 to 6 days a week person right now to hit the quality of what we're trying to do here. And how do I make a massive splash? Now, putting a whole Bitcoin in the pack, that was one of the things I thought about. But at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of things missing with just doing that. I wanted to do something physical that really pushes on this new brand identity that we're really trying to touch and contact with as much as possible. And that is nostalgia. It's what is based. And based to me is the the deeper part of freedom that I think in the beginning kind of went over my head. As you can see with a lot of my cards, especially in Warriors versus Villains, I go pretty damn based. Some of them have actually potentially got me in a little bit of not trouble, but at least some reach out of, hey, you might want to cool it just a little bit. So I started really thinking, I'm like, well, I don't want to cool it. I love exposing the things that need to be exposed, but I had to do some real soul searching on how big do I want this brand to be? At the end of the day, is it about where my ego does come in on I want to be as honest and truthful as possible and educate people on the things that are wrong in the world. But I came to this conclusion of like, you know what? It's not about hitting people that hard. It's really like slow it down and go, okay, what is freedom? First, it was like, oh, well, it's freedom against tyranny and communism and all these things that as a based Bitcoiner, we kind of go off on. But then I had to slow down and go, you know what? It's actually far more important than that. It's far more at home than that. I, I'm old. So I was born in the 80s and I grew up in the 80s and 90s. And back then, I mean, you could ride your bike at night after the streetlights came on. You had Saturday morning cartoons. This is one of my favorites. Like you waited all week, and unless you had cable, which I didn't, I grew up in the country. We had like 4 channels, and you had to move the antenna just perfectly to even capture them. If it was raining, I mean, good luck. But we waited all week for Saturday morning cartoons. And when those came on in the morning, we were ready to jam. We were praying that our parents drank the night before so that they would sleep as late as possible and we could watch as much cartoons as we could. That was scarcity, right? TGIF. We waited all week for our TGIF or the school dance. These were things that really meant a lot to us because it wasn't so prevalent. And now we have this content overload, content inflation like crazy. So my whole idea is like, how do we slow things down and teach people how to slow down and how to understand what scarcity is beyond just the trading cards, but to think about something like Saturday morning cartoons. Simplify things in a way that hopefully brings back better times, times when we could go and have a block party or talk to your neighbor and it really didn't matter who voted for who. Now it's this political battle and I hate it. I would love to have anything to do with us potentially coming back to a world where there was a lot more love going back and forth. So our angle is bring back the good old days. And what better way to do that than a Dodge Challenger? I'm a muscle car guy, so I pulled a big one. I went out and bought a 2021 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack. Made sure it was a six-speed manual. We got this car completely dialed in as a base trading card car. Um, it is flat black with this amazing gold foil going down two pinstripes, and in the gold foil at the bottom it says unapologetically based because I live in California and they literally have like stopped making these because it's too base. The gas motor, like it has to be all-inclusive car, I guess. So it's my way of being able to give away something that really speaks to the nostalgia, the the vibe of everything we're trying to put off is like, no, man, back in the day, it was so much better. And we were not worried about a car having a 392. Like that was badass. It wasn't
Yeah.
sacrilege. So we created an experience box. Um, there'll be 420 of these. It will be double the price of a standard box. But what you're getting in this massive experience box is another, unlike anything that has ever been done in trading cards. For one, there's never been a car given away and a one of one redemption trading card for an actual car. That car actually goes inside of a Challenger figurine, all hand painted, all hand done. Only 420 of these. You pop it open and pack is inside. It's called a golden key pack. Then I, on the nostalgia, played a game inside of it. First time it's ever been done. So I made red light, green light for trading cards. So when you open this pack, there's 6 cards. The first one will give you the rules, just like you're out on the playground. The next card you pull, it'll either be a red light card or it'll be a green light card. If you pull the red light card, you didn't win the car. And the next 3 hits inside of that are going to be massive hits. Each one out of 150, one and done's, no parallels ever. And it's a very, very special artwork, all hand done by one of my top artists just for this pack. If you pull a green light card, you're in the running for the car. Now you're hoping for another green light card. If you pull another green light card, I mean, you're one green light away from literally winning a $69,000 incredibly based scat pack. So pull the third green light. The next card after that is literally a one of one golden keys trading card that is redeemable for this car. And if you don't want the car, then you can take $45,000 in Bitcoin instead.
Wow. So you even got options. The only thing I need you to fix from a marketing standpoint is I need you to start telling everybody the price of the car is 69,420. The memer inside of
420
me
odds,
needs.
$69,000 car.
There you go.
You know,
There you
you know
go.
I
I'll
love to play
take
with
it.
numbers.
uh so that's incredible, right? Because yeah, I mean, we've nobody has seen a car redemption anywhere. You're certainly not going to pull that from a tops pack.
No.
um the other thing is so pre-orders are going on sale on the 15th.
17th, we moved it. You can thank
17th,
AG for
okay.
that.
Oh, AG, thank you, AG.
It
I
was like 15
appreciate
minutes
you.
ago. Yeah, he
Well,
read
now
my
I can't.
horoscope.
Now I can't tell Kelsey to get me a box for Valentine's Day. So now I got to come up with something else, dude. So what are the pre-order options then? So you can do an individual box and you can do cases, right?
Yeah, so I do bundles, and
Bundles. Yep.
I've been doing this since Series 2, and I think it works out the best way versus doing like big discounts or anything on the pre release. I mean, there's only 875 boxes, period. And we do have a couple things up our sleeve for the launch that if we pull this one off, it's going to be pretty magical. So what I do with the bundles is I tier them out in Bitcoin. You have the hodler tiers. So if you're a whale, you're holding 1,000 or more Bitcoin. If you're a shark, I think it's around 100 or more. Octopus, crab, and all the way on down. So we've been doing this since Series 2. So if you get a crab bundle, you're getting 2 boxes, full price. But what comes with that is you're going to get a limited edition out of 50, because there's only 50 crab bundles, crab card. And that crab card it's a one-off. There's 50 of those that will ever exist. And then you get a matching high quality print. There you go. Exactly. You get the matching print to that. Julie, I know you got the print as well. And we've seen many of the collectors sell these on the secondary market afterwards and get a lot bigger discount on the resale of their bundle goodies than they could ever get in a discount that I could offer. I mean, some of, especially going back to Series 2, these bundles have almost paid for, like the added gifts in the bundles have almost paid for the whole bundle. So I think it works out best that way, and it shows you were there during pre-sale. It's a one-off piece that you can only get at that pre-sale. So as you tier up, there's more that's included in each bundle.
That's cool. I'm going. That's the other unique part about it too. When you're ordering those bundles, you're not just getting cards. You're still adding value on top of it, right? AG's asking you to share what's in the bundles. So what do we have? You just mentioned we have the card on the crabs and stuff, right?
Yeah, so in the bundles, you have a crab bundle, that's 2 boxes, and then your card and your print. When you get to this next tier up would be the octopus. We did 28 of those, so that would be 4 boxes and one of the experience boxes. And then each one of these, you're going to get
Mm.
specific artwork. So you'll get the octopus art and the octopus trading card, all hand signed and numbered. And then the shark is a full case. And in a full case, you have a 96% chance of pulling a 21 club. And those 21 clubs average low end, I've seen around 2 grand, and that's someone hurting. So you're pretty much guaranteed one hell of a hit in that. And then when you get into the whale bundle, that's the big mamma jamma. There's 2 cases, 16 boxes in total, and 2 of the experience boxes, which takes your chance of winning the car down to 210 odds to win that car. So best odds in the hobby by far. I've never seen a giveaway where your odds of winning something anywhere near as valuable as this car or the 45,000 in Bitcoin are literally 1 in 420. So if you're a whale, you're a 1 in 210 chance to win this car.
We got some questions about how much is the whale bundle. Can you tell us yet?
Whale bundle, I believe that's like $24,000.
Okay.
And those are usually the first ones to go. There's
Because there's
usually a
only
battle
three
right
of
now.
them.
There's only 3. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got good enough internet to beat some of these people. I'm at a disadvantage being in the
Last year
Midwest.
when we did the whale bundle last year, I literally went and bought John Wick um, Pelican cases, and I laid
Uh huh.
out the whole entire whale box in a John Wick Pelican case as if you were opening up your arsenal, and everything was laid out, all your maps, all your goodies, everything. And then the shark bundle, those were in John Wick bug out bag, so they were tactical military bags, and all of the gear, everything was stacked. Your whole shark in this tactical military bag.
Sheesh. My
Yeah, I
word,
don't leave
man.
anything back. I mean, it has to be mind blowing from start to finish. So this was what I was able to do on my own. So that's where the idea for the experience box came in. This box is unlike anything that has ever been done in the hobby. I mean, you open this thing up, you have a guaranteed 1 of 1 printing plate from Series 4. You've got the car figurine, which is fat, that holds that out of 420 golden key pack, custom handmade scissors, black and gold with our logos built into it. Literally hand-stitched gloves. So you get your white gloves with the base trading card logo hand-stitched into them. Everything limited edition on a 420. A leather binder set for top loaders. Um, I mean, there's quite a bit more. You're getting posters. You're getting your card maps. Um, yeah, a full box of Series 4. I put too much in it, so it's kind of hard to keep up with all the things that I put in it. But let's just put it this way. You break one of these experience boxes, it should take you at least an hour, half an hour to an hour for any breaker before they get to the Series 4 box.
Jeez. Oh my God. I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I have the stamina for that, Aladdin. This is a
Oh, you'll love it.
160 out of
You got to at least
210.
do one. Oh, that's a good hit
Oh,
right
I
there.
mean, I'll definitely do one. I tend to send out a little bit of experience boxes myself whenever I do breaks, but it ain't that type of experience. It's a type of experience where you get some stickers and a Yo Dooley coaster.
Well, I want to do something that, I mean, it's all about you and the breakers, Dooley, and paying homage to the entertainers. I am the guy behind the scenes that makes these sets, but at the end of the day, man, the breakers are massive in the industry today in a different way than they've ever been before. You guys are the entertainment, and you really help bring the culture and the community together. And that's where the red light, green light, this experience box, all of this comes from. Is like, how do I take this from being a standard trading card set like everybody else and turn it into an experience that breakers can share with their community and enjoy on another level? Like, bring that excitement, the laughter, the holy shit, oh my god, he's got two green lights. Where are we going with this? Like, that build up. I've watched breakers for years, and this is like the biggest idea I came up with is how do I create a game for the breakers and their community that turns into a show, like real entertainment and excitement beyond just breaking and ripping wax and ripping max, but something new and different.
Yeah, I mean, it does, as a breaker at times, it does feel very monotonous to do what we do. And I'm not saying that as like, woe is me. This is very fun. It's a great hobby. I'm certainly privileged to have this opportunity to work with you, along with, other manufacturers and companies, right? Uh, but it can be boring. Like, I'll be the first to tell you, sitting through breaks and just watching people thumb through some cardboard is not exactly the most exhilarating of experiences. So the fact that you're even looking out for that side of the marketplace, especially in this community of like entertainment, because we're not the tops guys. We're not the people that are getting the deals through Fanatics because we're pumping through millions and millions of dollars. We're doing this because we love the people. We love engaging. We love entertaining. We really enjoy being in front of people. Whether you have the history of like performing before, like DJ Neuro, legit DJ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in sales 24/7. That's all I've done my whole life. I just love being in front of people and engaging, right? Uh, but you're adding more value to that, which I am absolutely grateful for. And I know like the AGs and Bitcoin Jesuses of the world, grateful for it too, that have been with you this whole time, right? Like really out there doing consistent shows, putting it on the map, getting in front of people. Because at the end of the day, we do want the community to grow, right? And that's a big piece of it too, is finding folks that can share the same excitement and the same joy. It's fun opening cards by yourself, but if you can get hyped with other people and everyone around you, it's just that much better. It really is.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I started out in Bitcoin a few years after I got in, studying everything I could, and then I started the Bitcoin Life Raft, and I was literally just teaching classes about Bitcoin, not financial advice. Oh, good hit, nice,
Good hit. Good sailor hit.
great sailor.
Good work, Almec.
And I was teaching as many people as I could about Bitcoin, and when I started making the cards, I was able to. I was very lucky. The advisors that I've been able to pick up are legendary over the last few years. And one of my favorite advisors of all is Bob Burnett. And one of the first conversations we had, he's like, Aladdin, if you can make Bitcoin fun, you'll teach more people than anybody else. So this is where I really ran as hard as I could with the trading cards. And then after I started doing this, 4 years in, I said, man, teaching people about Bitcoin trading cards or base trading cards is literally like teaching people about Bitcoin for the first time. It's very, very difficult. So I had to step up the game when it comes to, it's not just make Bitcoin education fun. How fun can you make Bitcoin trading cards? Because that's really how we're going to branch out to teach as many people about what we're doing and why this is so special. We are time stamping the history of Bitcoin, which has the potential to be the biggest currency in humanity. I fully believe like where it's going and all of its potential is massive. So we are time stamping the biggest currency in the history of humanity. And it's incredibly finite and incredibly small. So we're working the supply and demand scenario the same way Bitcoin did in its success. Now, what do we need to do in order to really get this brand out to the TCG, the sports card collectors? We got to make it as fun as we possibly can. And that's where the car and all these other things come in. It is really a way for us to just bring incredible fun and excitement to your guys' shows, to the people that are out there ripping these packs, and have them maybe stop and go, you know what? I guess learning about freedom and economics and Bitcoin can be fun. So that's my ultimate goal and purpose, and that's where Series 4. I mean, we're pushing that envelope on that level with so many hobby firsts in order to make sure that when you're going through these cards like you're doing right now, Series 4 is going to take you a while because there are so many Easter eggs and hidden gems. The front of the cards are literally just as important as the back of the cards.
Well, I said it my first experience with these. The one thing that I do really appreciate about your art and the artists that you're using is you get a different experience every time you look at them. You could open a pack, you could look at them, come back 30 minutes later, look at them again. Guess what? You just saw all new art because you picked out new stuff to see and experience and witness. And it's not just the redundancy of, the same the same building over and over again. There is so many unique details to it. Like I cannot wait to get S4 in my hands and just go slow and take my time and kind of explore with everybody else. So if you're planning on coming to one of my first shows, lock in because we're going to be there for a while, folks.
Yeah, beautiful. Now that's everything for me is the enjoyment the community gets. And then if I wasn't involved in the community, I wouldn't get to see that enjoyment. And that's the whole purpose behind everything I'm doing is being able to experience what I've created through the community and see their enjoyment and the friendships be built out of what I've built. Hell yeah, I want to be a part of that. I've met some of the best friends. I mean, in my entire life, I've got a very small, what I would call like true brother circle. And this project, I mean, there's so many people that I've met in person, uh, from AG, Daniel, DJ. I mean, a lot of these guys we've literally hung out in person and got to spend a lot of time together, and they've become some of my best friends. And we're just going to keep building that as we go. And I mean, that's the biggest win for me. I'm not that creator hiding behind the scenes. I'm out buying these guys drinks. They're buying me drinks, and we're getting to know each other. We're getting to know each other's families. That's the biggest win in this whole entire thing.
Yeah, I can only imagine how rewarding it must be for you to know that you bring a lot of these people together, right? And the passion brings people together. You're just a facilitator, you have something that can connect everybody together, and then the passion takes everybody else the rest of the way. So that's like super, super awesome. Well, I am almost out of giveaway spots, but I know I have more packs left. So what I think we have to do is when I run out of giveaway spots, we're going to do another show next week, the day of pre orders. So that way we can get more people looking, talking. And I lied to you guys. I've got all these sitting over here too, saving for the show next week. So you're gonna have to come back and watch another show to get more free stuff to do it again. I know that that's really disruptive to everybody's schedule, but moderation, moderation.
Love it.
Oh my,
Oh,
look
good
at
hit.
that.
Nice. Good hit.
Look at that.
And you can see the detail, man. We go above and beyond when it comes to just circling out every little bit and piece that can be cut away, from the raised UV to the hot foil. I mean, there's a lot of detail that goes into these cards. A lot of these cards literally have like 5 files before you even get to the printer, and the printer has to add about 3 or 4 more files to it. We're actually, last little tidbit I'll give everyone, we've been in talks with Guinness Book of World Records, and this year we are going for the first ever attempt for the most embellishments ever laid down on a trading card. So we're calling it the Based Frankenstein card, and it'll be artwork of Frankenstein all tattooed and based out. And we're literally going to be applying as many layers as we possibly can on the front and back of this card. It'll be extra thick. I'm going all the way on it, but these will be cards available for people to pull as well, because in order for us to win the Guinness Book of World Records, the cards have to actually be up for resale. So we're going to attempt it, I think,
Mm.
with like 21 cards, do the same thing across 21, and then maybe tier it down. So there's a way for you to potentially win one of the actual Guinness Book of World Record trading cards. And the detail that we have to put into this one card is insane. And I'm really looking forward to this one because I've always wanted to do something in the Guinness Book of World Records, and this is definitely the coolest thing that I could think of.
So straight up, I'm gonna have to get me one of those because that was like the only show I was obsessed with as a kid was watching Guinness Book of World Records. And then like I made my mom buy me the books every single year for Christmas. So I've got a whole stack of them from the early 2000s up until I think like 2016 or 17.
Love it.
I love them. I love them. Well, Aladdin, you've been great, my friend. Thank you so much for just honestly being open and doing this. Like checking that box of transparency yet again, of just coming out here and talking with everybody, talking with the community. You know, shout out to Rusty being in here. You know, your artist always in the show supporting people. Um, dude, so crazy. Thank you so much for everything, brother. That's like absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me on, bro. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you ripping one of those experience boxes. I'm really excited about the red light, green light. We'll see where this goes. But again, man, it's all about the community. And if I wasn't involved with you guys, I wouldn't get to meet some of the best friends I've ever had. Get to speak with you for many hours and get to know you. Except me and you can talk for forever. And it's incredibly enjoyable. So one day in person, we'll make that happen. Buy you a beer and hang out and get to shoot the shit. But really appreciate everybody. Whether you buy a pack or not, makes no difference. The biggest thing you're going to gain from these trading cards is the community. We have the most amazing community ever. So again, even if you don't buy a pack, you're hanging out with some of the nicest, most genuine people in the world. I do highly recommend, and this is financial advice, get to know some of the people in our community, whether you ever buy a pack or not, because that's the biggest rip win you're ever going to get out of anything we're doing.
Yeah, I agree. I've met a lot of insane people. Even when I stopped by your table before you and I connected at the last Bitcoin conference, everybody was just super nice to me and everything like that. So it's not just like a facade over the interwebs. I mean, these are real people, right? So,
Absolutely.
all right, brother. Thank you so much. Much love to you. I'm glad you're feeling better and everything. And thank you for an awesome series. I can't wait for us four.
Absolutely. Thank you, bro. Everyone have a wonderful
All right.
night. Happy ripping.
Absolutely. You take care. We'll see ya. Gang. How was that? Hanging out with Mr. Aladdin, huh? That was pretty freaking fun. It's not every day you get to do that. Not every day you get to do that. I left Mr. Sailor behind, but we saved him. We saved him. All right. Let me just turn on some quick tunes. Some hangout music. I don't know what we're getting. We're vibing. We're vibing. Drawing a winner. Llama, I ain't selling nothing. All I have in there is the stuff that's in the buy it now. I was just giving stuff away all day. My plan was to give stuff away to the BTC crowd, the base crowd. So that's what we doing. And then, this is about them. If you buy something else, if you buy anything from the shop, it's just getting shipped to you. Just getting shipped to you. Sell you a box for the shipping. I've hold on a second. Do I have Street Fighter? Yeah, I got Street Fighter. I don't got it in there. Jonas, where we going? Right 3. Don't worry about it, DJ. You good. DJ, you always help out. Don't worry about it. It's only if you want to buy something in the shop, do it. If not, guys, we Gucci. I promise you. We vibing tonight. Big cards loading, y'all. There's Ella. Who? Huff. The IMF. Toonster. Education. That looks like somebody we know. Oh, DJ, thank you, brother. You're too kind. Satoshi Nakamoto. The simplest Bitcoin book ever written. Kenny Florian. I didn't want to say it with Aladdin on the phone because I didn't want him to get embarrassed. But straight up, that's me. That is exactly what I look like with my shirt off. I don't know how he knew that, but I'm veiny and everything, y'all. Like, I'm straight up veiny and everything. I don't want to make him blush. John Adams, Big Pharma. Oh my God, it was meant to be. Look at me. Look at me. I'll flex them for you. I'm flexing them for you. Sheesh. Jonas, you're the luckiest person tonight. You're the luckiest person, Jonas. My word. That's 131 out of 420. 131 out of 420. Listen. I can't do it. I was going to turn on the face cam and let you guys see, but Whatnot will ban me because I know there's people in here lurking that would report me, and we can't let that happen. I'm too pretty to be banned. All right. All right. How many more giveaways? I don't think I have any more giveaways left. Giveaway. I had 2 giveaways left. That's it. We're done. It's over. If you guys want me to sell stuff, I can pop up a show tomorrow and sell stuff. Thank you, Jonas. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out, dude. I know it was more of just like an interview session, but I think it's fun. I do really like what Aladdin is doing with these cards. I will say that it's just like any new company. It's very much in the early stages, you guys. But this is, you just got to think about the validity of like Bitcoin and stuff. If you think Bitcoin's going to be around forever, there's not exactly too many companies that are doing what Aladdin's doing. In fact, there's no companies doing what he's doing. Even all of us that are from the cardsmith side of the business and gang, that's vastly different than what BTCTC is, what base trading cards are. So believe. Also, if you want a giveaway tonight, I know those of you that are in the base crowd have a ton of these, but I'm going to give you 2 of these. And here's what I want you to do with these, okay? Here's what I want you to do with these. I literally just want you to go up to somebody random and just hand them this. Go into GameStop, hand them it. Go into QuickTrip, hand them it. You see your mailman, hand it to them, okay? You see your worst enemy, send them these, all right? You got to give these away. I want you to give them away. And then if you're so inclined and you're in the Telegram, and if you're not in the Telegram, get into it. These guys will tell you where it's at.
Post up a pic. Seriously, that little bit of push and social media and exposure goes so far. So far. Draw winner. Give them to your cats. Listen, your cat will take those cards, open them up, drag them all across the street. Somebody will pick up the card and boom, new buyer. That's marketing 101. That is marketing 101. Maybe 102. Maybe marketing 102. I don't know. Ninja Soul. Where are we going? I've got 3 left on either side. 3 left on either side. Warrior. Boom. All right, lovelies. We got some Zuby. We got BJ. That's what I do for a living. Trucks. I'm a truck doer. Bitcoin. Rumbo. I am. Listen. Not everybody knows about lot lizards. Do not Google that. If you don't know what it is, don't Google it. I'll save you the experience. Preston Pish. Jan Perkins, Confessions of an Economic Hitman. When I first saw this, I thought that was the original Xbox. And I was like, well, what the hell does that have to do with anything? And then I was wrong. Oh my God, it's Bob Marley. Oh my God, Llama, that's terrible. Look at that. Yaman. Ninja man. 68 out of 210, man. 68 out of 210. So close. Where's Goop Hands? I don't have Goop Hands. I might sell some stuff tomorrow. I don't know. I don't really know. Listen, tomorrow's Mr. Beast Day. I can't compete with Mr. Beast. You know, I was honestly about to go make a post in the subreddit after this that, like, I'm really upset that Mr. Beast had the audacity to schedule his show over mine. Like, the nerve. Who does that? Who does that? That man, that guy's a jerk. He's a jerk. I already wrote him. I said, hey, Mr. Beast, Sir Beast, I don't know if you looked at the streaming schedule or not, but I was here first. I was here first. Right here. Me first, Mr. Beast. What's his real name? I always forget. Jimmy. That's right. I was going to say James. Jimmy. These, you don't have to spend money on them yet, Vic. We're just doing some giveaways. But Series 4 is getting ready to come out. These are base trading cards, Bitcoin cards. I didn't even give away these stickers yet. Here. The last pack that we'll do, we'll also give away a sticker from this set. What are we giving away? No, I want to keep that one. No, I can't get rid of that one. I got to keep that one. I'm just kidding. The stickers are legit. The stickers are beyond legit. All right. You will also get this sticker. Hold on. Let me find a bag. The truth. Easter egg sticker. Is there something hiding in here? I see the egg up there. Egg down there. Based up, you're very generous. You guys, do this way more than me. I am just a guest in these watas with you. All right. Last giveaway, sticker plus the pack. I'm pulling it in 10 seconds. Hey, look, there's Hal, dude. Hal is always happy. My man out here dying, getting stepped on and stuff, and he's still smiling. Look at him. He's still smiling. Brother. All right, we're pulling it. Love you guys. Bye. Cardcade himself. Cardcade, right bottom. He says, give me that right bottom. You know what's crazy about this is if we don't hit anything big out of here, people are going to be like, oh my God, they're still in there. And that means they are still in there, folks. Everybody will be at the next show. I'm going to start all those packs at $1. I know what's in them now, baby. I know what's in them now. This was just a plan. Looks like I'm going to have to rip those. I'm just kidding. Oh, my God. All right. Savor it. This is our last few minutes together, folks. I love you all. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you had fun. I mean, it was a good time. I had a great time chit-chatting, vibing, learning from Aladdin. Always find people you can learn from. That's a life tip. Pro life tip. Find people you can learn from. Don't surround yourself with people you're just constantly teaching. What's that? What's that? What's that thing? What is this? I haven't seen one of these. I want the owl. I want the owl. 66 out of 210 artists. Until and unless you discover that Bitcoin is the root of all good, you ask for your own destruction, Mad X. Yo, that's dope. That's honestly dope. I want this. I want one of these. Now I gotta go find one of these. That's badass, dude. See, this is one of those ones where I'm just like, I'm hovering over my phone right now and I'm like looking in the background of the art because there's so much in there. Though he has like a bunch of like tiny little currencies that are ripped. See? All the little currencies. That's sick. Okay. Sorry. Now I'm like spacing. Now I'm over here spacing. You got the matching art print, Jesus? Nice. Mad X will be in season 4. That's super cool. Oh my God, Bandito, all the way from Germany, brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Secret, I'm leaving. I appreciate you sharing it. I gotta go Betty Bye. And by Betty Bye, I mean go eat dinner because I'm hungry and I'm fat. I mean, I'm built like a washing machine. I mean, like a washboard. I'm not built like a washing. I'm also built like a washing machine. Let's just be honest. I'm built like a washing machine. I don't have washboard abs. Built like a beanbag. All right. I love you guys. Thank you for those that bought stuff in the shop to help me out with shipping tonight. That means the world to me. Thank you all for hanging out, checking out all the cards, getting in some giveaways. Stay happy, stay blessed, focus on community. I love you all so very much. You take care. All right. Bless you all. Have a great weekend. Adios.